The ANA test often arrives in a person's life wrapped in uncertainty, sometimes even fear. But it's important to understand that this test is not a judgment or a final answer. It is simply a signal, a snapshot of how the immune system is behaving at a particular moment in time. Many people hear the word positive and immediately assume something is wrong, yet the reality is far more nuanced. The immune system is complex, adaptive, and constantly responding to changes inside and outside the body. A positive ANA does not mean disease is present, and it certainly does not predict the future with certainty. In fact, a significant number of healthy individuals carry a positive ANA result for years without ever developing an autoimmune condition. This is because the immune system is not rigid, it is fluid, influenced by stress, age, infections, hormones, sleep, and even emotional well being. The test itself only detects antibodies that react to the nucleus of cells, but it does not explain why they are present or whether they are causing harm. That interpretation comes from looking at the whole person, not just the lab value. The danger lies in assuming that a single test result defines health or destiny. Medicine was never meant to work that way. The ANA test is more like a conversation starter, a gentle nudge to pay attention, to observe patterns, to listen more closely to what the body might be expressing. Sometimes it reflects temporary immune activation after an illness. Sometimes it appears during periods of intense stress. Sometimes it fades on its own without intervention. This is why doctors often repeat the test or combine it with clinical symptoms before drawing conclusions. The human body is not a machine with simple on and off switches. It is a living, adaptive system, constantly recalibrating itself in response to life. Understanding this helps remove fear and replace it with awareness. When people stop viewing the ANA test as a diagnosis and start seeing it as information, they regain a sense of control. It becomes a tool for mindfulness rather than panic. It encourages reflection on lifestyle, on rest, on emotional load, on nutrition, on movement. It invites people to care for their immune system rather than fear it. And perhaps most importantly, it reminds us that health is not something that suddenly disappears with one abnormal test. It is something that fluctuates, responds, and can often be guided back toward balance through conscious daily choices, patience, and a deeper understanding of how resilient the body truly is. The immune system is not an isolated force working on its own. It is deeply connected to the way we live each day, responding constantly to our habits, our environment, and even our thoughts. What we eat, how we sleep, how much we move, and how we handle stress quietly shape immune behavior over time. This is why lifestyle is not just a supporting factor in health, but a central player, especially when it comes to immune balance. When the body receives consistent nourishment through whole, natural foods, it gains the building blocks it needs to regulate inflammation and repair tissues. Fresh vegetables, fruits, healthy fats, and clean sources of protein provide vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that help calm immune overactivity. On the other hand, heavily processed foods, excess sugar, and poor hydration can silently fuel inflammation, pushing the immune system into a constant state of alert. Over time, this low-grade inflammation can contribute to immune confusion, making the body more likely to react in ways it shouldn't. Sleep plays an equally powerful role. During deep rest, the immune system resets, repairs damage, and restores balance. Chronic sleep deprivation disrupts this process, leaving immune responses exaggerated or poorly regulated. Even small improvements in sleep quality can have a profound effect on how the body manages inflammation and stress. Movement is another essential element. The body was designed to move, and gentle, regular activity improves circulation, supports lymphatic flow, and helps immune cells travel efficiently throughout the body.
This doesn't require intense workouts or exhausting routines. Simple walking, stretching, or light strength exercises send a powerful signal to the immune system that the body is strong, capable, and supported. Equally important is the way stress is handled. Chronic emotional stress releases hormones that keep the immune system in a heightened state of alert, which over time can disrupt its ability to distinguish between threat and safety. Learning to slow down, breathe deeply, and create moments of calm allows the nervous system to settle, which in turn helps the immune system regulate itself more effectively. Even small daily practices like quiet reflection, time in nature, or mindful breathing can shift the body out of survival mode and into healing mode. What's remarkable is how responsive the immune system is to positive change. It doesn't require perfection, only consistency. Small, repeated actions create a cumulative effect that can restore balance over time. This is why lifestyle choices matter so deeply in the context of immune-related concerns. They give individuals a sense of agency, a way to actively support their health rather than feeling helpless in the face of test results. The body listens closely to how it is treated, adapting continuously to the signals it receives. When those signals are supportive, nourishing, and calm, the immune system often responds in kind, finding its way back toward harmony and stability.
Movement is one of the most powerful tools we have to support health and maintain balance, especially as we grow older. And yet, it is often misunderstood. Many people think exercise must be intense, exhausting, or complicated to have value. But the truth is that gentle, consistent movement can be far more transformative for the body and immune system than sporadic bursts of extreme activity. When we move, even in small ways, we signal to our bodies that we are alive, capable, and engaged with the world around us. Walking, stretching, light strength exercises, yoga, or even simple mobility routines improve circulation, helping nutrients and immune cells travel efficiently to where they are needed. This enhanced circulation reduces inflammation, strengthens muscles and joints, and improves the body's overall resilience. Muscles and connective tissue are not just for strength or appearance. They provide essential support to organs, help regulate blood sugar, and contribute to overall metabolic balance. Movement also has a direct impact on the immune system. It stimulates the production and activity of immune cells, allowing the body to detect and respond to threats more effectively. Regular activity supports the lymphatic system, which is responsible for removing toxins and waste from the body, keeping tissues healthy, and reducing the risk of chronic inflammation. Even short periods of walking or gentle exercise can create noticeable benefits over time because consistency matters more than intensity. Beyond the physical effects, movement influences the mind. When we engage in physical activity, our brain releases endorphins, which reduce stress and create feelings of well-being. Stress has a profound effect on immune function, and by lowering stress levels, movement indirectly helps the immune system maintain balance. It also improves sleep quality, another key factor in immune regulation, because the body tends to rest more deeply when muscles are active and tension is released. Importantly, movement does not need to be complicated or intimidating. It can be integrated into daily life in simple, meaningful ways. Taking a walk in the morning sunlight, gently stretching before bed, practicing balance exercises in the kitchen, or performing resistance movements with light weights or bands. These small, deliberate actions create signals to the body that it is supported, strong, and cared for. For older adults, this approach is particularly valuable because it builds functional strength and stability, reducing the risk of falls and injuries while enhancing independence. It also fosters a sense of confidence and empowerment, showing that age does not limit vitality or growth. the body responds positively to regular engagement, adapting, strengthening, and recalibrating its systems, including immunity, metabolism, and circulation. Over time, this creates a foundation for long-term health that is sustainable, gentle, and profoundly effective. Movements becomes not just a routine, but a form of care, a way to communicate with the body, to honor its capabilities, and to encourage resilience. It reminds the immune system that it is supported and gives the mind reassurance that vitality can continue to flourish at any stage of life. By embracing movement as a daily, intentional practice, older adults can maintain strength, energy, and balance, creating a ripple effect that enhances both physical and mental health, while reinforcing the body's natural ability to adapt and thrive. The mind and body are deeply intertwined, and the state of our thoughts, emotions, and attitudes has a direct impact on how the body functions, especially the immune system. A positive mindset is not just about feeling good emotionally, it is a powerful tool that influences physical health, particularly in older adults. Chronic stress, anxiety, and worry send chemical signals through the body that trigger the release of stress hormones like cortisol. While cortisol plays an important role in helping the body respond to immediate challenges, when it is elevated over long periods, it can disrupt immune regulation, increase inflammation, and make the body more susceptible to imbalance. This is why mindset matters. A person who cultivates calmness, optimism, and emotional resilience is sending a constant signal to their body that it is safe, supported, and capable. Positive thinking does not mean ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It means approaching life with curiosity, self-compassion, and confidence in your ability to respond to change. Practices that encourage positivity, such as mindfulness, gratitude exercises, journaling, or even simple daily reflection, help regulate the nervous system and, in turn, allow the immune system to operate more efficiently. Older adults who invest in cultivating a positive mindset often notice improvements in energy, mood, sleep quality, and even physical health. When fear or worry dominates the mind, it can create a cycle of tension, fatigue, and inflammation, making the body more sensitive to minor irritations or fluctuations in immune activity. On the other hand, when the mind is calm and focused on growth, the body receives a consistent message of stability and balance. Social connection also plays a key role in mindset and overall health. Engaging with friends, family, or community activities fosters a sense of belonging and emotional support, which in turn reduces stress and reinforces feelings of safety and well-being. Laughter, meaningful conversations, and shared experiences are more than emotional benefits. They have measurable physiological effects that calm the nervous system and support immune regulation. In addition, cultivating a mindset of curiosity and engagement with life encourages older adults to take active steps towards self-care, whether through nutrition, movement, or sleep. When the mind believes in the possibility of growth and improvement, it naturally drives behavior that reinforces health. Visualization techniques, affirmations, and mindful breathing exercises are other practical ways to strengthen a positive mindset. By focusing on what is within control and accepting what is not, older adults can release unnecessary tension and create internal conditions that support resilience. The cumulative effect of maintaining a positive mindset over time is profound. It not only improves mental and emotional well-being, but also strengthens physical health by reducing inflammation, improving circulation, and enhancing immune function. A positive outlook encourages consistency in healthy habits, reinforces confidence in the body's natural abilities, and fosters an overall sense of empowerment. In this way, mindset becomes an integral part of self-care, shaping how the body responds to challenges, how energy is maintained, and how overall vitality is preserved. By embracing a mindset of optimism, gratitude, and intentional awareness, older adults can create a supportive internal environment that nurtures both emotional resilience and physiological balance, helping the body function at its best while navigating the natural changes that come with aging. Aging is often seen through the lens of decline, as if the passage of time inevitably leads to weakness, fatigue, or loss of vitality. But in reality, it is an opportunity for deeper self-care, reflection, and intentional living. Growing older does not mean surrendering to frailty or letting go of the power to influence your health and well-being. On the contrary, the later years can be some of the most empowering because with age comes experience, wisdom, and the ability to make conscious choices that truly support the body. The ANA test, while sometimes unsettling, serves as a gentle reminder that health is not static and that the body is constantly communicating, inviting us to respond with care rather than fear. Small, consistent actions, such as nourishing the body with wholesome foods, moving gently each day, prioritizing restorative sleep, and managing stress, become far more impactful than any sporadic or extreme interventions. Older adults who embrace this approach often discover a remarkable resilience in their bodies. Muscles, joints, and organs respond positively to gentle activity and nutrition, and the immune system can recalibrate over time when it is supported rather than overwhelmed. Beyond the physical benefits, aging offers the chance to cultivate a mindset rooted in gratitude, patience, and self-compassion. By focusing on what can be controlled, daily habits, emotional responses, and lifestyle choices, rather than what cannot, older adults can feel empowered and in harmony with their own health. Mindset in this context is not merely about staying positive, it is a strategic approach to well-being, creating internal conditions that allow the body to function optimally and respond effectively to challenges. Lifestyle practices, when combined with this mindset, have a compounding effect. Regular movement, even in small amounts, builds strength, balance, and confidence. A nutrient-rich diet supports energy levels, cellular repair, and immune regulation. Adequate sleep allows the body to heal and maintain internal balance. Stress management, whether through meditation, breathing exercises, or simply taking quiet moments each day, ensures that the nervous system and immune system are not chronically overtaxed. What makes this approach so transformative is that it emphasizes consistency over perfection. The goal is not to be flawless, but to create a sustainable rhythm of self-care that reinforces resilience, vitality, and confidence in one's body. This perspective allows older adults to shift from fear or resignation to a sense of agency and empowerment. The body, even in later years, has a remarkable capacity to adapt and respond positively to supportive habits. The ANA test in this light becomes less a source of anxiety and more a prompt to engage actively with health. It highlights the importance of listening to the body, observing patterns, and taking intentional actions that nurture rather than strain it. Aging, therefore, is not a limitation, but an opportunity, a time to honor the body, strengthen immunity, enhance energy, and cultivate habits that support long-term well-being. By embracing this philosophy, older adults can maintain not only physical health, but also mental clarity, emotional balance, and a sense of empowerment that allows them to live fully, actively, and confidently, regardless of test results or chronological age.